Good morning. Good morning. Welcome and thank you for joining us as we prepare to share some very important and exciting news with you all today. I am Osita Iroebu with the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority, and I am going to share with you our order of speakers for today's wonderful announcements. After all the speakers have shared their remarks with you, we will then open the floor up to the press for any questions. We'll begin with Carrie Schmidt, Director of the Richmond Field Office for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. Following Ms. Schmidt is Jerryl Bennett, Director of Richmond Public Housing for HUD. We'll then have the distinguished U.S. Congressman Bobby Scott, who represents the 3rd Congressional District. Next will be the Honorable Mayor Dwight Jones, Mayor of the City of Richmond. Following Mayor Jones, we will hear remarks from the CEO of RRHA, Adrienne E. Goolsby. And closing out our remarks for the day, we'll have Ms. Mabel Mudd, who is President of the Fay Towers Tenant Council. Thank you. Ms. Schmidt.
Good morning, everyone, and what a great day today is. It really is. I want to thank Congressman Scott and Mayor Jones and Ms. Goolsby and the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority's Board and the Fay Council, Tenant Council for allowing us this opportunity to share in what I think is a truly exciting announcement. Today in Virginia, right here in the city of Richmond, we are beginning the implementation of the Obama administration's Rental Assistance Demonstration Program, fondly known as RAD. And anyone that works in any context with HUD knows that we absolutely love our acronyms, but RAD really is a special acronym for all of us to know. It's a new comprehensive strategy that offers a long-term solution to preserve and enhance the country's affordable housing stock by providing the ability for public and private financing to meet much-needed improvements. With this initiative, we think it's better and we think it's smarter to preserve the country's housing stock for 2 reasons. First, with public housing authorities, it allows them to use their existing housing subsidies and convert them to long-term Section 8 contracts, something that private owners with subsidized assistance in the multifamily arena have been doing for over 40 years. So it's going to level that playing field and allow the public housing authorities to do just that same thing. The first phase of RAD, we had 112 initial commitments with 68 different housing authorities across the nation to receive them, with 2 right here in Virginia, Richmond being one. With RAD, the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority has additional tools to seek public and private financing to rehabilitate, enhance, and reconstruct the homes right here at Frederick Fay Towers, thus preserving the affordability of the homes and improving the quality of life of the residents here. The second thing that RAD does is it affords private owners with certain types of public assistance to convert their expiring subsidies as well into long-term rental assistance. So working with the public housing authorities and the private owners, we announced earlier this month approximately 13,000 affordable housing units that will remain for the next 20 years. Under the demonstration, we anticipate having 60,000 of those units. So that really is something special when we think about how housing units, because the ability to attract and receive financing are gone by the wayside each year. It's really a tool to help preserve that for our most vulnerable residents. We're so thrilled that Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority took this challenge and this opportunity to open the doors for the residents here at Fay Towers, not just the ones living here now, but the ones in the future to come. With the initial implementation of RAD, the Obama administration is incredibly hopeful that this 21st century approach to public and private financing will preserve not only these first units, but many, many more units in the years to come. Thank you so very much.
Good morning. All right, y'all, I'm an ex-football player, so I want to get up here and really shout, and I want to cheer, but okay, I'm going to tone it down. This is an extremely exciting day because the RAD represents an opportunity to do something that public housing agencies across this country are in sorely need of. They need money. They need money to make the buildings that they have that were built in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. They need them to renovate those so that people can have a better place, better opportunity to live. So I'm excited to be here, as I said earlier, because I went to the State of the Cities the other night, and I heard the mayor, paint the vision of how this is going to be. It is a strong city, going to be a stronger city, and he wants it to become a Tier 1 city. We support that. Having worked downtown over the past decade, I've seen the elements of what's been happening. I've seen the transformation. I've seen the Hilton Hotel, come to life. The John Marshall Center. I've seen the cutway path, for 6th Street. There's been some wonderful things that have happened downtown. It's evident that there have been some strong public-private partnerships to cause all that to happen. Equally evident is what Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority has shown itself to be under the leadership of the chairman of the board, Jim Carlton, and the new ED, Adrienne Goolsby, and her staff. It has shown itself to be courageous in the affordable housing community. And to be selected for RAD, you had to demonstrate that you had different sources of funding, not just your own, but different sources to be able to be awarded. So to be one of 68 out of 3,100 PHAs across the country, you're obviously a leader. But it wouldn't have been possible were it not for the partnership of the residents, of the PHA and of the board, and especially with the city's support. There are 3 leadership qualities, that were demonstrable in this effort. It showed that, as I said earlier, they had the courage to pursue an uncharted initiative. Never did this before in HUD. This is brand new. You're a pioneer, in this effort. It also represents the strength and the capacity of the leadership to undertake this new initiative. And when we say new, that means that it may have been, a scope and the criteria, but when you get into things, there are always changes that are going to come about. So with this partnership with the residents and Richmond, you're going to have that courage to stick together, through the numerous changes and the oversight necessary to see this through. Most importantly, it authenticates the will of that leadership to do what it takes within guidelines. In my short time as director, I've seen Richmond Redevelopment receive notable accomplishments. I've seen it, get Dove Street Phase 1, to the point where we're going to close on 68 new units at the end of the year. I've seen Dove Street Phase 2, which will be finished in the middle of next year. These are all exciting things. It shows Richmond's commitment to bring new affordable housing to our communities. And those are mixed-use developments. Well, when we say mixed use, oftentimes residents get concerned. They wonder if they're going to be able to come back. In this case here, in the RAD, it's a one-for-one replacement. Those who leave, you have first right or refusal to come back, and without having to be go through the same process of getting in. So that's the commitment that Richmond has made with you. And I'm sure that with you all working together, this is going to be a very positive thing, for the city, right here, so close to downtown, where all the other stuff, has happened. So my hat off to you all, and we look forward to working with our continued effort to work with RRHA to be the leader in housing authorities, not only in the state, but in America. Thank you all.
Good morning. It's certainly a pleasure to be here with the officials from HUD and local housing and redevelopment. The mayor's with us today, and mention has already been made of the State of the City address. It was for those of you that were not there, it was a phenomenal description of how the city is growing, creating jobs, providing opportunities for people. And it was an excellent presentation, but I told the mayor earlier, you couldn't have made a presentation that impressive if you didn't have something to say. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your leadership. I'm pleased to join all of them to announce that the Richmond Housing and Redevelopment and Housing Authority has been awarded one of HUD's new competitive rental assistant demonstration grants. This new grant program will help preserve and improve thousands of affordable housing units throughout the United States. I'm pleased that the new program will be put to use right here in Richmond, and that Richmond was able to get one of the few competitive grants. Says something about housing and redevelopment. It's important that we preserve and improve critically needed affordable housing for low-income, elderly, and disabled Americans. With the effects of the deepest recession since the Great Depression still lingering, many homeowners and renters alike face insurmountable struggles. For many, recovery depends on the availability of safe and affordable housing, giving residents a foothold in the community and a path to success. Now, HUD's new Rental Assistant Demonstration Grant Program is an important new tool in HUD's toolbox that will help make up for the cutbacks that we're having on the federal level due to the ongoing budget challenges. In the near term, this program is expected to preserve and enhance more than 13,000 units of affordable housing and generate more than $650 million in private capital. Now, this will help, but we have to recognize that we have a backlog of $26 billion in capital needs. But this additional capital will provide needed housing opportunities, and will also stimulate the employment in the construction trades across the country. Now, America's housing crisis developed over many years, so moving forward, it is important to fully fund our nation's housing programs. If we're to accelerate our economy, it is critical that people have access to affordable housing, whether it's public housing, rental housing, or home ownership. This new program will help ensure that more Americans have access to affordable housing. I commend the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority on their leadership, and thank HUD for their leadership in making this possible. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I have been to this building many times, and actually knew Fred Fay when he led the Housing Authority many years ago. And I don't know what that says about me and my age, or you and your age, but I have had a close association with many of you in this room across the years. And so I am just absolutely delighted to be able to come here to be a part of this wonderful announcement that you're getting a new house, that you're getting a renovated space, that you have not been forgotten, that people are concerned and considering your well-being. And I thought to myself, ain't nobody trying to give me a new house or renovate my space, so maybe one day you'll be able to come to my house and congratulate me. I don't know, but I think that this is a really great day. And I want to commend Chairperson Carlton and the commissioners for the wonderful job they are doing, and Adrienne Goolsby for the wonderful job that she is doing, because I heard that, yes, give her a round of applause. I hope you heard that this was a competitive process, and that we were up against other cities. And it would not have happened if the administration and the commissioners had not determined that they were going to compete, put in the application, and put in one that was so good that Richmond came out on top. And that means that we're all on the same page, singing from the same sheet of music. We want a Tier 1 city. We want a better Richmond. We want the best Richmond. And these kinds of announcements bring us closer to that reality. And so it is that I also was very happy to hear that everyone here will have first right of refusal to be able to be a part of this new iteration of Fay Towers, so no one will be unnecessarily displaced. This is a wonderful day, a great day, and we want to congratulate the Housing Authority for this wonderful announcement. We want to thank Bobby Scott for whatever he had to do with it. I'm sure that he made a call or did something, and if he didn't, just tell him to be quiet. We won't give him credit anyhow. So congratulations, what a wonderful day this is for the city.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. First, I want to thank Carrie Schmidt and Jerryl Bennett from the Richmond HUD office, our distinguished United States Congressman Bobby Scott and Mayor Dwight Jones, and our wonderful Fay Towers Tenant Council President, Ms. Mabel Mudd, for being here today. This is a groundbreaking announcement. I'd like to also thank all of the Fay Tower residents, RRHA Board of Commissioners, RRHA staff, VHDA, community leaders, city council members, state and national representatives who are in attendance today, including representatives from the office of U.S. Senator Mark Warner. Thank you. And to the press and our supporters here, thank you. This is an exciting time for RRHA. Throughout my very eventful 9 months, not that I'm counting, as CEO of RRHA, we have been working with Mayor Jones and his administration, HUD, and the entire RRHA community to positively transform public housing and enrich the quality of life for residents here in Richmond. Housing plays an essential role, an unequivocal role in the process of creating safe and healthy communities for families and our children. With that being said, we are truly honored and extremely elated to have been chosen for this dynamic, innovative, and competitive opportunity to improve public housing here in Richmond. RRHA is grateful to be one of only 2 housing authorities in the Commonwealth of Virginia to be selected for this Rental Assistance Demonstration Award from HUD. We have continued to stress over time and time again that one of our major strategic redevelopment priorities is to preserve the quantity of affordable housing here in Richmond and to enhance the quality of that housing so that families, children, and our senior community can have a safe, healthy, homely place to call their home. It is no secret that funding has dwindled over time, but guess what? We're going to be creative, we're going to be innovative, and we're going to track the dollars and try to find more money to renovate our community here in Richmond. Another goal, as many of the Fay Tower residents and the Tenant Council representatives here today know, is that we need to communicate with our residents. We keep you engaged. This is not a process that's just RRHA alone, that's the city of Richmond alone. We want to engage you, the residents, our partners, the city, as well as RRHA in a team effort to bring together all the pieces of the puzzle to make the best Fay Towers it can be so that it is sustainable and it lasts for a very, very long time. We will ensure through the working group process that we will work closely with the master developer that is selected. And as you know, we are in the very preliminary stages of recently receiving this grant, so we don't have all of the details, but I'll tell you one little bit of information. We've kind of projected and we're kind of expecting that maybe we can break ground and begin construction on a new Fay Towers sometime in the summer of 2014. So keep that under your hats. Again, we're excited to be a part of such a unique, innovative, and collaborative effort to improve and transform public housing. We look forward to working closely with the Fay Towers community, Mayor Jones and staff, HUD, Congressman Bobby Scott, Senator Mark Warner, and all of our local, state, and federal officials, as well as our current and future partners. Together, we will serve as a model for the nation and ensure that this new demonstration program is a success here in this great city of Richmond. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm here that I speak for the entire Fay Towers Tenant Council and all the Fay Tower tenant residents when I say that we are truly thrilled about the possibilities that are in store as a result of the RRHA receiving the Rental Assistant Demonstration Award. As a senior community, some of us call Fay Towers home for a short time, some for a long time. But no matter how long we've been here, I can say that this Rental Assistance Demonstration Grant will provide us with the opportunity to enjoy a better, more improved living environment that I and others have a great impact on the overall quality of our lives. The several community meetings and conversations that we've had with RRHA staff has been exciting and very encouraging, as you've heard. The Fay Towers tenant and councils are very, very eager about working closely with Ms. Goolsby, RRHA staff, and other partners throughout the planning and development process. On behalf of the Fay Towers community, I'd like to extend to you a big thank you to HUD, Congressman Bobby Scott, Mayor Jones, RRHA, and everyone who's working hard and creating a better community for us. And just these words in mind, we just can't wait. Thank you.